Did you ever have that thing as a kid where you were afraid to put your arm over the edge of the bed or your leg over the edge of the bed because something might grab you? You know, at 69, I still have that feeling. I could put my arm out there, like, just try it, just try it. It's okay, just try it. And I'm still afraid that something's going to grab me. Like, what's under my bed? I can't do it. I'm going to. What are you doing? Oh dear. 12 years ago, we moved into this house that we rent. And there were some boxes I didn't know what to do with, so I just put them in under my bed. And I have not looked at those boxes since. Yes, I've pulled them out, cleaned under the bed, and put it back, but they are still there. And for the life of me, I cannot remember what is under those or in those boxes under the bed. That's not what I'm afraid of. Well, maybe I'm a little bit afraid of because I'm thinking to go through them, man, I'm going to need a counselor. Okay, well, tell me what brings you here today. And actually, it's not what brings you here, it's what brings me to your place. Why did you call me? What's going on? What's happening? You were like the fairy godmother, the counselor, suddenly showing up to help me with these boxes. Well, you did say that you needed a counselor, so here I am. Tell me what the trouble is. What's bothering you? I'm afraid to go through these boxes. Why are you afraid? I don't know what's in them. It's a lot of memorabilia, I guess. I'm afraid to look in them. So why does that scare you? Do you believe that memories are good? Yeah, that's true. If there's a lot of memorabilia in these boxes, and I suspect there is, then I guess there would be good memories in them. But going through the items, like what if there's pictures and cards and that remind me of sad times, things I know I passed through, but I was a single parent for a long time and I've stood out of an abusive marriage. So, and then there's my mom's passing. I really don't know what's in these boxes. And just thinking about going through them makes me think about different sad memories. And I just not sure I want to go there. Okay. So are you afraid to go through the boxes because you're afraid that there's going to be some bad memories in there and you just don't want to face that? Is that what we're dealing with today? Yeah, that's it. That's it in part. All right, then. What else holds you back? What am I afraid of? I'm afraid, for one thing, that the whole thing is going to take way too long because I'm going to spend too much time thinking about what's in here, looking at each item. Well, how long would you like the task to be? Well, it's probably unrealistic, but I think that I'd like it to take 1 hour, just 1 hour. Is there any way that you could reach that 1 hour goal and speed up the process? Think about that. Maybe not lingering too long on any one item. I think that's going to be hard to do, I think, for me anyways. To keep yourself on track, think about what your goal is. What is your process like? Why do you want to sort through these boxes? What's your reason? What's the motivation? A goal? I want to live, at least I think I do. I want to live full time in a Class C RV. I can't take all this stuff with me, so I've got to sort it out. Another thought I've had is that I don't want to leave all these things for my daughter. I know we've got one daughter who I know it's going to fall on her shoulders to sort all this stuff. I don't feel that that's fair to do that for her. Have you ever done anything like this before? I don't mean these particular boxes, because obviously they've been sitting there for 12 years, did you say? But have you ever had to sort through any of your belongings anywhere? Have I done this before? No. I've packed things and moved, and sometimes when I'm packing items in a box to move, I discard a few things that, I don't know, it's just kind of easy to do. Maybe a book that I've read and I no longer want it, so I pass it off. Or, I don't know, a craft started that I know I'm not going to finish, so it's kind of an easier job. I used to think that people should move at least every few years, or maybe every 5 years, so they can sort through their belongings and not have too much stuff. Having compassion, having mercy, having empathy. Do you feel that you're lacking any of these things for yourself? This kind of sorting, like thinking that you're going to move into a Class C RV, it's almost ruthless. You know, I can't take this, can't take that because it's too big, too cumbersome, there's no place to put it. And I've thought about renting a place for storage, but I know that people who put things in storage never go back to it. At least that's what I've been told. They end up throwing the stuff out anyway, so what would I save a step? And you find that hard to do? You know, it's actually like I'm giving myself away, like I'm throwing away part of myself. It's a strange feeling. Like no, I haven't passed away, but the items that I'm passing off, throwing out, they have passed away. So it's a kind of grieving, I guess. But yeah, it's like I'm throwing part of myself away. Okay, I think you've hit upon a truth here. Perhaps it would help to view the process a little differently. Okay, here's a little exercise for you. Each item that you touch, say hello, say thank you, because it did give you something, and then say goodbye. Well, how can I do that? Well, I would suggest not lingering too long in any one of those boxes or any item category that you're about to sort. And know that you still have the memory of that item. You may not physically have it anymore to hold in hand, but you still have what it gave you, the value, the memory, the goodness. Let's take a look in those boxes, shall we? I suspect, pretty well know this, that the fear that you're thinking might occur, the sadness that might happen, probably won't. Most of the things that we're afraid of don't actually come about. Maybe something else comes about, but not necessarily what we're afraid of. You know, the things that you let go of don't actually diminish your personality, who you are as a person. You're still you. These items are still part of the history of your life. Just because you've got rid of something physically doesn't change the history of what has been written, the story of your life. Okay, now it's time to take a look at those boxes. Are you ready? I agree. It's time to take a look at the boxes. All right, so we've got 3. And man, talk about the dust. Oh my goodness. I know I've moved them out, cleaned under there and put them back, but the dust is incredible. Oh. You know what this is? This is a book. Actually, it's 2 books. Oh, this is from my daughter, Jacqueline. That's easy. I'll just give that to her. This is a manuscript of a book I wrote called Signatures of the Soul. Look, the elastic's so old it broke. Signatures of the Soul. The story about Nikki, the artist. He goes to live with this lady. She's very rich, and she recruits him to come and live on her premises, to have the appearance of being a couple. And she has a daughter, and nobody knows where that daughter came from. So it's a mystery. That's it. Oh, all right. See, now I'm already doing this. Okay, yeah. Picture of my daughters when they got their hair done once. Oh, look. Oh no, that's dust. Oh man, who would have thought that much dust could accumulate? All right. A calendar. What is this calendar? It's a cross-stitch calendar. I could probably let that go, except it looks like I've written down a lot of things. And maybe that could be my daughter pile. Folder? What is this folder? It's a bunch of nothing. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, these are usually useful. These little sheets that you put pictures and things in. That's a maybe pile. This is probably more writing. What is this? Master of Arts pending. My master's program. What is this? She's writing blah blah blah. Oh, it's a pitch for a book. I mean, how can I just throw that over? I put it in the book pile. I created a book. All right, okay, it can go out. I don't have a go out pile yet. There's one. What's this? Binder. For a second, I thought there's nothing in the binder. There is really nothing in the binder. Okay. Oh, it's going to take a while. Oh, yeah. Okay. A book of photographs and things. What do you do with that? You can't take it with you. What is this one? Oh, two. What are these? More writing. See, this is what I was afraid of. This is my writing. How can I throw out my writing? I don't know. What do I do? I don't know. Put it in the written the book pile. And this is a feeling chart, healing process. These could be school notes that I had. All right, well. All right, box number 1 done. You know what's going to happen to that box? Something else is going to get put in it for storage. All right, okay. This, I don't even need to look at it. I taught a course called Life Scripts, and this are all the, it was an 8-week course. I had to do it for my master's, and I actually taught it in the community a few times, did workshops. So that's what all that is. This is definitely something I don't need, a simplicity pattern. There goes my garbage pile. Story writing Jacqueline, that goes to my daughter. She writes too. Oh, good. A book I can give to my kids, grandkids. Oh, my Writer's Digest magazines. And, oh, I think this is national parks. We can look through that and then we'll give it to the thrift store. And again, that's another book. The Heart of Newfoundland, Prince Edward Island. Okay, those are kind of easy to deal with. And what is this? Oh, a file on self-image. Developing a healthy self-image. Oh, that was another workshop I did. So with my social work degree, I got to do a lot of stuff. This one I could probably throw out because I think most people know what that's about. So, oh, this was great. Psychology Today. Happiness, how to turn it on. Really good article. I'm going to keep everything. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's something it's just notes I used for a workshop. That's easy to throw away. The book pile. And then finally, what have we got? Okay, you know what? I thought maybe this was going to be a pile of pictures, but again, it's writing. How do I get rid of my writing? The Pathways premise. Pathways. That was another workshop I taught. We're wired that way. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to condense it into one box instead of 3. And I don't know, maybe my course, the courses I developed and the writing I did, maybe I'll just give it to my daughter. That kind of defeats the purpose. I would like to go through this so that she doesn't have to go through it. And now I'm just going to pass it off to her. Well, there you go. That's it. That's 3 boxes. And you know what? Oh, that was actually a joy. That was relatively painless. So it's like the counselor said, most of the things you're afraid of don't actually happen. And this was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's all joy. So I will condense these 3 boxes down to 1 and keep it for a while and then see how things go. Happy decluttering, minimizing, everybody. Downsizing.